Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Cooking Basics. So for this video I'll be showing you how I make mascarpone using store-bought mascarpone. So first I'm doing a vegetable kind, so I'm using vegetable things like tomatoes, fresh tomato. So what I did here was to grind it. I chopped it in little bits so that it allows the blender to blend easily, and added a bit of water to blend. And then in a pot that is already heated up, I added the stuff that I was cooking. So at this point I am doing the other vegetables, which is the carrots. So I'm pretty much cleaning out the carrots and then chopping up other vegetables, including onions, as I mentioned, carrots, and then leftover green bell pepper that I had. All these will be blended up and added to the recipe to be cooked. It's really up to you how you choose to cook this food. I'm just using vegetable because I've done it before and it came out and tasted very nice. The carrot is really just optional. These other vegetables are optional as well. You can cook mascarpone however you wish, but using the store-bought one made it easier for me to do so. So I just chopped up these onions, and I'll be using it later on as I didn't want to blend this onion. So blend until smooth, and this will also be added later on to the food. So at this point I added the blended tomato, fresh tomato that I blended earlier, to cook and allow it to bubble and simmer down until all the water is dissolved. And this point of this is to remove the sourness of the tomato, and to give it that rich thickness that you would like, really. So at this point the water has been dissolved or reduced to this point, and you can see as I scrape that it's almost like it's gone. It's almost next to gone. So I will also bring this out and then use it later once I'm ready to cook the mascarpone. I'm doing it with pasta, so try that. So for the cooking area, then I'm using this butter from ALDI that I got from, and I also use that I can't believe it's butter that you see over there. So I use the leftover of this the ALDI brand, and also use 1 more tablespoon of the I can't believe it's butter. I mixed it, so I use butter rather than oil for this recipe. You can use oil if you want, but I did use butter because it makes it more thicker. I don't know, I just preferred it. And after the butter has dissolved, I added the onions that you see there to cook a little bit. That's the mascarpone I'll be using, and that mascarpone I already used more than half of it, so what I'm using is just the rest of it. And it wasn't enough. I discovered I should have just bought another one and added. At this point I added the tomato that you saw that I cooked in advance, and added it to the melted butter with the onion, stir around, and then added the blended vegetables, the carrots, the sweet bell pepper, and also the onions together, and allow this to cook. After mixing it thoroughly, allow this to cook. I believe I also added tomato puree to give it that rich taste. At this point I'm adding spices of my choice. Really add spices that you eat yourself. I'm just like the ones you have at home is fine. I added different type of spices, from ginger to garlic to thyme to paprika to curry to basil even also to parsley, which you saw there right now. So pretty much add any ingredients or spices that you use yourself. And I added all these. I also added salt and added a cube of Maggi, which is a seasoning cube. All these were just to bring taste to the food, and it did really brought a really lovely taste. Especially that curry that I used is the best curry I've seen so far, and it's a Nigerian curry. And then I added it, stirred around, and let it cook for some time before adding my pasta. I'm using spaghetti for this. So stir to make sure that all the ingredients are mixed together so that they can cook well. At this point, that's when I added the tomato puree that I mentioned earlier. And what this does is really gives it that rich color that you see in food, and also it gives it that I'll say pastiness to the food. It's really nice. Try using tomato puree when you're cooking anything to do with curry or tomato or stew. It really gives you a good taste. So after letting the sauce cook on their own, this is what you get. The reason why it looks like this all separated is because of that carrots. So that's what the effect of carrot looks like. So if you want to cook vegetable sauce with carrot, that's what it will come out to be honest. And at this point, I'll be adding my mascarpone, allow it to cook a little bit, and then add the pasta, which is a spaghetti that I'm using. I should have had more mascarpone to this. There are different ways people make their mascarpone. I'm just using this store-bought one and seeing how it goes, and I liked it. You can also add cheese, like normal cheese, to it. It's up to you. I added that towards the end when I wanted to eat the food. But it's up to you really how you choose to eat your food or cook the mascarpone. But I choose to cook it this way as it gives me the taste that I want. So at this point, I'm adding the pasta that I'm using, or more or less the spaghetti that I'm using, and then mix it thoroughly. My only advice is to get more mascarpone. I was just using like little quantity, and that wasn't good enough. So that's my own advice, is just make sure you have enough mascarpone to go around. And again, the vegetables I use are optional, but you can always make your own in your own way, and this is the way I choose to make mine. So I hope that you enjoy it and try it for yourself. It's simple recipes that you use. The only thing that you really need is the mascarpone, and that's the end result of how it came out. You can even call this jello. You can give this a different name. You can give this with a different name, but because I use mascarpone, I'm just calling it that. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll try the recipe. Okay, take care.